This conference will now be recorded.
Am I audible for everyone? The screen is visible. So I'll do with a few examples and I'll send you the assignments in a group only. So you should do that assignment. So whenever you wanted to calculate the month or future value, present value, so we will be using this TVM, time value money. Now I'll just write some more analogical to calculate the financial keys. So purpose, so the calculation key, calculator. So Excel function. So now solve for the number of periods that is n. So if I wanted to find number of period, that is n, the function is n per, open the bracket, syntax of that is rate, payment, future value, sorry, present value. Here means main things are like rate, payment and the present value where I wanted to find it. But in the syntax, I'll have future value as well as the type. I'll make bold, which is required. Next, if I wanted to solve periodic interest rate, so that is I'll be using the rate. So the formula will be rate. Key is a rate function, rate n per. First we need to give n per, then PMT, payment, future value, present value type will be in the syntax. So when it comes to the solve the present values, if I wanted to find out the present value, what present value, we use PV. PV, rate, N per, PV, future value will be in the syntax. Now to solve the future value, that is FV. FV, rate, N per, payment, PV. So now these are all the variables that where I can use for the TBM problems in the financial modeling. So the first example where I will be using to find out the future value of the sum of amount. Say for example, now I want to find thing that I'll have present value. I'll have years and annual rate or rate. Now think that I'll have some amount like 10,000. Here I will give 5 with 10%. For this you can directly specify 10%. Now to find out the future value function. So if I wanted to find out the future value equals FV, I should use FV. Then it will ask me the syntax. The first it is asking the rate. So what is the rate? That is the annual rate. I will select comma, and it is asking me N per. So N per I wanted to give the years, then comma. Then a thing that like if I don't have the payment amount, what I am finding that future value, so I don't have the payment amount. So if you don't have anything related to the syntax, you should specify 0. Then you need to give the future value, that is by 10,000. Now always you understand, as whenever I get to the answer, all we are going to be paying the future value which has been going to be taken, it will minus it. So what you need to do before ending the future value, you should give the minus to that particular future value. So if you're representing the minus value, so it shows me in the positive. See, immediately it will show me in the dollar symbol. As this software were introduced by the US, they have defined the dollar format. So if I wanted to change, as usual, what I have told you in the previous class, home, currency tab, here
F4.
F4. F4 is a different. F4 is the shortcut to reference. I want to change the currency symbol. That time in home tab, number. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1ar. In the number, this currency, you select more accounting formats. Here you select the INR. Okay. If it is not there, that's fine. But usually it will be there. If it is there, you can give the currency of INR. Okay. So this is how you will be using the particular future value. Now what you need to do is like first,
Sir,
if yeah,
can you please explain it again, sir?
formula.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's what I'm explaining again. Equals future value FV, the rate. Rate is nothing but annual rate, comma. N per is nothing but years, comma. I don't have the payment amount, so give 0. What in whichever the particular value you don't have to be given, that time you should make that one as 0, comma, then you select future value, present value. So whenever I'm selecting the present value, if I don't give the minus, then it will show me in the negative answer. So I need to give minus, then you need to give the present value, bracket close, enter. So this is the formula where which we have used to find out the future value.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So here, whenever you don't represent the 0, if you don't have the value there, so that time it will calculate within the calculation and it will give you some of the answer. So if you don't have the annuity payment, so if I don't have the payment, then I don't want to give that particular payment. You should set it as a 0. Okay, that you need to remember. Understood? Now, if they have represented, if I wanted to give it in the form of annually, so what I wanted to do within the annually, if I wanted to do, so for example, if I want annual, so if I want to imply this annual, that time that annual will be considered as a 12. So what I do equals FB rate that divided by 12 months, comma, M per 5 divided by 12, comma, then 0, then your amount, present value. So this is how you need to divide it for the yearly. So this is the future value if I can directly specify it. But if I wanted to specify it annually as a 12 months to simplify, that time you will give 12. So this I should multiply into 12. And see, the value will change. This one also you can simplify it. So for the same future value. So this is the formula. So here the reference it has been taken. Whenever you are doing in your Excel, it will also change the reference. So don't forget that if mine is B13, yours might be a different references. So where you type this value, there it will be represented the particular conditions. Understanding? Which one? Second one? This one?
Yes, yes, sir. Second one.
Okay. Here, see, if I wanted to find it out based on the particular, see here I have directly specified the five years. So total 5 it has been taken within the calculation. But if I wanted to represent annually, that time the future value will be calculated based on the annual. If I want to amplify the annual, so a 1 year will consider half an how many month, it will take it as a 12 month. So what I need to do, whenever I take the rate, so for example 10%, this 10% is being divided off the 12%, sorry 12 month, then whatever the year I am considering, that will be multiplied of the 5, so the 12 here. Then as usual, I'll give the present value and the 0 for the payment amount. So this both are the future value only, but here I am amplifying the annual, that is 12 months. That is the thing that where you are going to do in the second one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So in the previous class, I have told you about the compounding also, no? So this is nothing but like compounding. So we are also doing the calculation based on compound. So here it has been compounding monthly. So that time we are amplifying the annual. So that is a divided of 12 month of the rate and multiplied the 12 month of the years. Okay.
Sir? Sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, it is showing different value no, sir. Can you please do it?
Which one? The second one or the first one?
Sec, sec, second one, sir.
Yeah, you will get different value. No, here it is compounded. We are dividing the month and multiplying. How can I get the same value? If I'm getting same value, why do I want to use again? Means you are not getting the same answer what I am getting in your system.
I got the same answer.
Huh, you got the same answer. Okay, sure. So 5 minutes I'll give. You do it. So I hope you all finished. Now, whenever, see this here, what happens, you can change the variables at any time. So if I wanted to change the variables, I can change it. So for example, think that I want to know the future value of 10 years. So if I give 10, automatically value also get changes. It's not like that you want to again retype and put the formula. Whenever you are going to apply it, immediately it also changes the particular value there. Okay. Now, think that my future value is showing something like 16,105. Think that I don't want, means I have some value which I expect this the amount I should require in the future value. So I may don't know whether I want to change it as a annual rate, nor I might to change the years or the present value. So to find out the exact user value, say for example, it is showing me 16,105. Think that I am expecting expected value. So my expected value will be 17,000. So I wanted to find, means it should be given here is 17,000. So what I need to do for that? So to find out the expected value for the future, either this nor this, I need to use a goal seek, a function. So I'll be using goal seek, a function. So the future value, expected future value is 17,000. So I will be using goal seek. So whenever I use this goal seek, remember there should be a formula where you are going to expect the value. First, keep the cursor in the future value, means where you want to give the exacted value. Then go for data tab. In the data tab, you need to go for what if analysis. So click here, click on goal seek. So goal seek. So you will get some dialog box here. In the dialog box, it's asking you set cell. So set cell is nothing but I should select the value, means a future value where I wanted to, where I require my expected value in which cell. So I will be selecting B15, then to value. What is my expected value is 17,000 by change of cell. So if I am expecting the future value of 17,000, what should change? Either the annual rate, nor the years, or the present value. So I can select anything. So now think that I will be changing the years, nor I can change it to annual rate. So I will select annual rate. So after selecting the annual rate in the change of cell, click OK. So it will calculate. See here, it has given 17,000 exactly. The annual rate, it was 10%, which is, it automatically changes to 11%. So this is another format of finding your expected future value based on the data. So once again I teach. Now think that my expected future value is a 17,000, but based on the data I have a 16,105. So I should make it, I should change this as a 17,000, but manually I should not type. If I'm typing the manually, what it will change, what it will reflect, year or annual rate or a present value. So as I wanted to reflect the present annual rate nor the year, so I should change the future value. So I'll be using goal seek. So how do I use the goal seek? Go for data tab. In the data tab, click on what if analysis. Here you click on goal seek. So once you click on goal seek, immediately it will give you the dialog box. Set the cell is nothing but where you want to get the value, that is 17,000 B15. What value you are expecting is 17,000. The change of cell, annual rate or years. So previously I did the rate. Let me select month now. So if I'm selecting month and click OK, so it gives me 5.5 in the sense half a year extra it has been taken. If you are satisfied, then you can click OK. Now you can click cancel. So again, once again I say what if analysis, goal seek, set cell to value, percentage. Okay. So in changing cell, you can select, means what you should affect, whether the annual rate or the years. You can select anything. So set value, to value is my 17,000. Changing cell is nothing but rate. I will select rate. Understood? So then if I click OK, immediately it will change to the 17,000. Okay. So next we will be finding out the present value. So whenever you are solving with the present value, so in a lump sum amount, we also solve for the future value. Expected that we use present value function. So if PV we will use. So what is the important that you need to remember is, unless the interest rate is negative, and if it is less than the future value, keep it in the mind. So we can either help to support the incorrect answer or a wrong input. So we will try the particular method to find out the present value. So by having the future value. Now think that I'll have future value. So let me, and years rate. I want to find out present value. Think that my future value I'll have 1 lakh. So for 18 years of 8%. So you want to find out the present value equals PV. So rate, that is the 8%, comma. Then I need to give years, comma. Here what I have, there is no payment amount. So I will give 0, comma. So I have the future value. See, understand, whenever I use FV, that FV will show you the present value. So if I'm using PV, future value, then it will have a present value, then it will have a future value. So I have a future value, that is 1 lakh. I am selecting the 1 lakh. Close the bracket. Again, you understand, whenever we are doing here, you need to give the minus symbol, so it will not show you the negative, it will give you the positive answer. Okay, so rate, input, and the FV which we are going to represent. I told you no, why it is showing red color. So whenever if you are representing, means if you don't give the minus symbol for your future value, then obviously it will show you in the red color. Okay, so to avoid that red color, we are giving that minus symbol. So that minus symbol, if you are representing, obviously it will give you the positive value. Okay. See, why do you want to give the minus symbol for that in the sense? See, whenever there is a cash flow sign, so when is a cash flow, when there is a cash outflow, then it is a minus one. When it is a cash inflow, it is a positive for you. As we have directly showing the future value and the present value, which is calculating based on the year end rates, so it your Excel will not understand what kind of the value it is, outflow or inflow. So to represent that as an inflow where I am going to get the positive, then you need to give the minus symbol to that. So your value will be minusing, so it will represent the positive value here. To neglect that one, we will give a minus symbol. Okay, so then it will not give you red color. Understood? Okay. So now think that I want to find the present value of annuities. So as I'll be, say for example, I can suppose offered you to invest 1,000 rupees per year for 10 years with a rate. I can select 8% only, or I can give 18 years only. So I wanted to find how much should you will be willing to pay for this annuity. That time I don't give the future value, I will give the payment value. So excuse me. So here, as I told, if I wanted to find the annuities of the present value, so I'll be having the payment amount. So payment, think the 1000 rupees I am paying. Yes. So rate, if it is 10 and the 9%. I need to find the present value now. So whenever you are finding same PV only the function I will use PV rate comma n per comma, then you need to select the payment amount. So in the previously we used to give 0 in the payment amount as we don't have we were no any payment, we had a future value, but now I am giving the payment. So you give the payment amount, directly close the bracket, that's it. So we don't have any future value or something, just close the bracket, enter. So immediately you will get the answer. Okay, so that shows the 6,417 is the value. See here, if I wanted to see payment in the sense is like the 1000 rupees what you are going to show it as if the annuity which you are going to pay, if I give the negative symbol within the amount. So for example, for B3 only if I give, it will represent, means that is the value which I wanted to give. The total minus will be given to the future value only. So what I do is like, I'll not give the minus symbol here. Directly I will give the minus symbol for future value. So I'll get to the minus of that particular amount. Okay. So to avoid that negatively, we will make it that positive by giving the minus. Okay. So why I want to give in the beginning itself, as I told you, it is a cash inflow. So every year you wanted to receive this sum of amount. So that time I'll be giving that as a positive to the whole function. I will give a minus, not only for the payment amount. Okay. So you can write down this one also. So if I wanted to find it for the future value, again, in the FV, we had a present value. You need to give the payment amount. That's it. So in the syntax here, you will give the, means in the place of 0, you will select the payment amount. So you don't have any future value or anything. So for the future value, you can use the payment format as well. So if you wanted to, if you want to give the expected value there, in the future value or the present value, again you can use a goal seek. Understood? Any doubts here? Okay. So next we will be finding out the NPER. That's nothing but a number of periods. So now, if I wanted to find out the number of periods, so before what I used to do is like I used to find out the future value and the present value. I already add the NPER. So within the syntax, you can see we have a NPER. So that's nothing but like a year which we are getting. So now I wanted to find out based on my future value and the present value, I want to find years. So that is the NPER. So NPER is nothing but a years which I wanted to find it out. So now what that example I'll do. Now you assume present value. So I think that I'll be having present value of 1250. Future value will be like 2500. Then rate, think that I have 9%. So I want to find the number of periods. So equals NPER. So you will select the rate first. As we don't have the payment amount, I'll give 0. I have the future value, so I'll give the future present value, comma. Then you need to give the future value. Bracket close, enter. So I got 8. So whenever I have means which we have talked about in the previously, so it will means when I'm going to take the year in per year, so I will be taken what a double of your money. So one thing that we need to notice, like when it is a cash flow sign convention, so you either do the PV future present value or the future value, negative number or then the one positive number should be given. So when if I don't represent that negative number like this, then it will ask a num error. So instead of the answer. So what I need to do is like for the both positive numbers, I need to sign the negative number for one. Okay. So what I do is like I'll be giving the minus symbol for the future value sorry, present value and enter. So I'll get the exact number of periods. Okay, this is to find out n per. See, every time you need to understand, whenever you see the syntax, automatically it will brief you what thing you need to give under the particular syntax. So if I wanted to find out based on the payment, you will give 0 instead of 0. You will give the a particular cell, the payment cell you will select. So here also, if I want to expect the particular month, means particular year period, if I wanted give the exact years, so then I can use a goal seek. Okay. Yes. Okay. So next example we do to find the interest rate. So now if I wanted to find the interest rate, so as you are finding the rate, there will be no rate in the column. So you need to find out the rate. So what will be there is the present value, future value, and the years. Those are all the values that were standardly we give. So to find out the particular rate. So I need to find out rate. Saying that 20,000 my future value, present value 1 lakh for my future value 18 years. So to find out the annual rate, you will use rate itself. The function is rate. So n per you need to give. That is nothing but like you need to give the years, comma. There is no payment amount. So 0, comma. Then present value, comma. Then future value. So here also if I enter, I'll get the error. So as I minus my present value for the future, so here I should give minus symbol to the future, sorry, present value. So the present value should has a minus symbol. So it is giving 9%. Second, so 10 minutes time I'll give. You do everything till the interest rate. So for that you also do the goal seek. So now we will talk about the cash flow streams, so that we may call it as annuity. So now annuity is nothing but a equal cash flow of the time intervals. So whenever you have the infinity number of the periods, so when I say, for example, when I pay 1,000 in each month for a year, would be referred to the 12 periods. So I need to find out means what is the thing I should get it as 1,000 rupees of annuity. So when the order of series cash flow where I consider to the annuity, so I need to get the identical amount of time between each cash flow. So we will be talking about the annuity now. So for the future value, present value itself, we can find out the annuity. Thanks. So here what I will be having mainly is my payment amount. So I have talked about this second. So whenever you wanted to find out the annuity of the present value, so then use the payment amount. Same manner, if I wanted to use it for the future value, so future annuity, if I wanted to use, I'll be using FV with the payment amount. What if I wanted to find out the payment amount itself? So annual payment amount, if I wanted to find out, so then so here I have future value, years, rate. Think that I have 1 lakh, 18 years with 8%. So annual payment. So equals TMT. So rate N per, then so I don't have present value, so I have future value. So I'll give 0 for the present value. Then I'll select the future value. Then bracket close, enter. So I'll get 2,670 is the amount for the payment amount. See, whenever you are doing the particular statement for the future, so as I wanted to specify, say for example, if I wanted to specify the present value, then to represent the positive, then I'll give there a minus to get the positive value. But if it comes to the future, so I'll leave that annual payment in the negative itself. So, but if I have the present value, then I will make as a positive to represent the positive answer. So if I give the present value to that, here I'll just have only future value. Same thing I'll continue. So what is a shortcut to insert a new row?
Control R.
No, to insert a new row, not for drag to the row.
Control plus.
Control plus, not shift. Control plus. So where I want to insert, there keep the plus cursor, control press, and you should enter the row, enter. So it will insert. Present value, think that I'll give 5,000. So here I'll have to find out new rate. So equals TMT rate in per future present value first, then future value. So in the previously we have given the argument as 0, but here we are giving the present value because we have the present value here which we have entered 5,000. So now it has to be as a negative. That number of 5,000 which is invested is nothing but like a cash outflow. So if it is an outflow of a cash, so what you need to do is like you need to represent that one in the negative. So for future value, we will give negative and enter. Okay. So this one also right. So but if I don't give this minus symbol for my present value, so that my answer will be not the exact. So if I am minusing, means if I am getting the cash outflow of 5,000, so then it should be a minus. Means if I give the minus, now I don't get the positive answer. It is an annual payment that what I'm doing. So as it is a cash flow, it is coming in a negative. But if I observe, if I remove the minus, I'll get the more and get like different answer than if I give the minus. So it is 3,000 to not 3, but if I give minus, so it shows 2,136. So that 5,000 is being minusing within the future value. So my annual payment will be 2,136. Right now. So uh, I hope you have practiced this one as well. I'll continue. Okay, okay, fine. So I'll do the next one. So now solving the number of periods that we have already did, but whenever I wanted to find out the number of periods which I have the nest amount. So for example, think that I'm retiring today. So when I have my nest amount, for that, if I withdraw some of the percentage every year, so what will be the means, like how many months, how many years I can need? To find out that exactly, we will use this number of periods. So I'll write the question here. Imagine return. Amount of so I have like 10 lakh. Now, so this amount you are going to withdraw the rest of your life. Nest amount, not net amount, nest amount. So you can say that one as a what? So when before you are getting retiring, that stored amount you will have that, right? Like for example, you have the PF amount. So that amount I can call that one as a nest amount. Okay. So now, if you expect some like 6% per year on average, so for example, 6% per year, average, and withdraw 70,000 will be per year. I need to find how long the nest amount would burn. means which will make 0. Okay, in the sense like you can say how long can you afford, or okay, so this is how I need to find out. So that time I'll have present value annual withdrawal and annual rate. So I want to find out number of years. So as I told, I have 10 lakh. So annual withdrawal is 70,000. Percentage they have given is 6. So equals N per rate. So that is nothing but annual rate, comma. Then I should give payment amount. So that I will take it as withdraw. Then I have future value. So minus future value. Bracket close it. So 33 months that I will be considering. 33 and a half years. So I can decrease this decimals if it is more. So nearly 33.40 I can take. So this is the N per where I am going to find it out. Okay. So now we will change a little. So when I have 10,000, what I need to do is like I will inherit the 1 lakh to the favor charity. So like 1 lakh I will be inheriting to the charity. So that time, how many years I can afford it? So if I give to the charity as well, same manner. So I'll take future value. That would be 1 lakh. So what is the number of years now? Equals N per rate. So my payment amount will be withdraw amount. Then I have present value. So for present value, I'll give minus symbol, comma, then I'll have a future value. So which I'm giving to the child. So I'll get 31 months, sorry, 31 years, which can I leave long. So if I cancel the decimal, it will take it as 32. I can keep it a decimal. charity. So this one. Okay. So this is another format. You can write down. So what is happening here in the sense, think that in a favorable, I am inheriting another 1 lakh to the charity. If I am inheriting the another 1 lakh to the charity, how many months long I can leave? So if I don't give, means if I annually withdraw the 70,000 for me, that will be 33 months that where I can, sorry, 33 years where I can leave long. So, but if I, what I do is like, if I inherited the amount 1 lakh to the charity in a favorable, so that time, if I withdraw the 70,000, what would be the number of year I can leave? So that future value 1 lakh I'm giving to the charity. So that has been also included. When I'm include that, what will be the number of year I can survive? So that is 31 year has been represented. Okay, understood? If you are getting num, that means the formula, if you're doing wrong, here you should give minus for the future, sorry, present value. You give the minus symbol. If you don't give the minus symbol, it might not give you the exact answer, or the particular number is been not specified properly. Why you want to give future value 0? See, the syntax. Think that I don't have present value, but I have a future value. Before entering, think that I don't have a future present value, but in the next line I need to go for the future value. So that time you give 0 and you need to give the future value. Think that I have already have a present value. No, apart from the present value, I don't have the future value. So I'm not continuing the formula next. So you don't want to give comma and 0. There is nothing, it is not pointed to represent. So it's not required there to give 0. Okay. So any doubts till here? So now same manner for the PMT. So we can find out the EMI also. So for example, I have the loan amount. So I have loan amount paid in like year and to find out the EMI. So if I have the 12%, then 3 years equals PMT rate 3 years, comma, value loan amount. So I'll get like some amount. So this is to find out EMI. EMI is nothing but like PMT we need to report. So now what I do is like in an Excel sheet, sorry, in the I will send you the assignment to do. So you should solve the questions by using the same functions itself. You should solve. So have you all received? So this Excel sheet also I will send you. Any doubts? You're all understanding? So in the next class, we will be doing income statement. So from tomorrow, we will start the financial statements. We will start. So in that, first we will need to do is income, then balance sheet, then cash flow, and all three together. So this week we'll finish it off this financial statements. Then I will start doing the case studies. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, today's document you're sending in the group, no, sir?
Yeah, this Excel file I will send you in the group. One assignment I have sent you, week 3 questions, so that you need to solve. Read the question properly and apply the particular function.
Sir,
Okay.
where it is, sir?
In Excel group, sorry, WhatsApp group. That MCC November PG financial modeling is there, no? Where I usually send the link.
So when is the
In the,
deadline for submission?
sorry,
When is the deadline for the submission, sir?
start doing, no, it would be better you do before tomorrow, because
All
we
right,
will
sir.
start new topic tomorrow. So once you start, before we start
Submit
the
it
new
where,
topic,
sir?
finish. Sorry,
We need to submit it where we have to should we submit it?
I'll ask you at the end. You solve the questions. You solve it. I'll
Sir,
ask
can
you.
you tell?
Not immediately. After a week, you can send it in the group itself. So some more questions I'll give together in the WhatsApp group only you can send.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. Thank you. So we'll again have a class tomorrow.
Thank you.